99% of parents are trash, and I really mean it when I say that. Either they're parenting completely wrong or could just be doing better. And who am I to talk, right? Obviously, I don't have kids, and I get it can be hard at times to be a parent, but it comes to the point where there's no excuse because the parents of today are just not good enough. And here is why. Now, I live next to a primary school, pause, which is why you can hear kids in my background for a lot of my videos, including this one. Once again, pause. And in the morning, I'm always seeing the parents taking their kids to school, which is already bad enough. I mean, you're sending your children away to get programmed by complete strangers you don't even know for 6 hours a day to become average and weak, just like everyone else. I've said this before and I'll say it again. If I was a parent, I would never send my kid to school. I'd never send my kid to school where I'm not in control of it. They would have to become homeschooled so I can see what my children are actually being taught, because children are very influential. So if I'm not monitoring them, right, they could be like progressively getting more and more corrupted without me even knowing. Let me put it like this, right? Would you send your children, how would you feel about sending your children to a prison for 6 hours a day where they're being taught absolute nonsense that won't benefit them in their lives, and their minds are slowly turning into degeneracy? Would you be happy with that? Would you happily want to send your kids to that? Would you want to make your kids weak? And I sent my kid to school. I did a good job as a parent. No, you should be ashamed in yourselves. So if you send your child to school, you are a bad parent. End off. I don't care what anyone thinks. And if you want to know why school is a scam, check out this video on screen now where I explain it all. Secondly, while these parents are taking their kids to school, they're vaping, they're smoking right in front of the children. And what did I say earlier? These kids are very impressionable, meaning if you smoke or vape in front of these children from a really young age, they're probably going to start smoking as well from a really young age. Because if mommy and daddy can do it, so can I, right? I literally look out my window, like I live like on like a block of like flat sort of things, right? One of them that lives down there is a parent, and the kid's like 2 years old and she's got like a vape just smoking in front of the child, like breathing the smoke out near the child. It's like, it's secondhand smoke. Your child is technically smoking. It's like, it's disgusting. As well as that, all these parents are just fat, like losing their breath every time they take a step. Hold on, Timmy. Hold on, wait. I've got to take a breather for 10 minutes. Like, it's embarrassing. Are you like just showing your kids that it's okay to weigh 600 pounds? Set a good example for your freaking child by taking care of yourself and being healthy. I mean, don't you want to be... it's obvious that wouldn't you want to be fit and healthy for your child so you can, live longer and not die of diabetes, right? And actually see your kids grow up and raise their own children. It's input equals output, right? It's obvious to me that, okay, I need to be healthier. I need to quit my bad habits so I can see my child actually grow up and become a man or a woman, whatever, right? But obviously not. I guess it's not obvious. I guess these parents just are still doing their degenerate habits, and who am I to stop them? This is my video to try and stop them, but will it work? Probably not. It angers me so much, even like making this video, scripting the video, talking about any of this, right? Because of how degenerate these parents are, especially in front of their own children. Because the truth is, these kids are our future. And if we don't stop teaching them to be average and weak like everybody else, then we're going to be just stuck in this matrix loophole, and we're never going to improve and evolve as a society. So my message to any parent watching this video is to at least try to think of your child more, because once you have kids, until they're a certain age where they can like depend on themselves and they don't need you as much anymore, right? They are your main priority. You do not come first anymore. I'm sorry, right? But that's just how it is. If you've had children, gone through the pregnancy, or if you're a woman or if you're a man, gone through everything, right? And bring them into this world, they're your main priority. You can't just bring them into this world to treat them like rubbish. Like, that's not fair on them. It's not their fault they're here, right? So not only do you have to tell your children not to do bad things, but you also need to stop doing bad things yourself, because what did I just say? You're not the main priority anymore. Your children are. Like even if you like hide it from them. Like, even if you hide your bad habits from them, at least that's somewhat better in a way. It's still rubbish, don't get me wrong, but at least it's somewhat better. But these parents are smoking, being fat, like doing all this stuff in front of their own children, bro. Just for their children to do the same in 30 years, like, society, it's not a good place. It's not a good place, especially right now. And to the parents out there that just really don't have the motivation to actually try and be a good parent, think of it like this. Wouldn't you want to be the best parent for not only your kids so they can grow up to be a strong individual, but also to be the best parent for yourself, to prove to yourself that anything's possible? And if that still doesn't motivate you to actually put your kid first for the first time in your unhealthy life, then you should have never ever become a parent in the first place, and you should be highly disappointed in yourself and the actions you've made. Call me harsh, I don't care. I'm trying to save society right now. I'm trying to save this awful world we live in, because I'm 17 years old, not even a grown-up yet, and I generally think I can be a better parent than 98% of these bums out there. But if you don't have kids, if you're like me and you're young and you're a young man, watch these 2 videos on screen now, where I tell you why having a kid, or even better, multiple kids, is one of the best decisions you can ever make in your life. Thank you for watching as always. Take care and peace. Parents, do better.